gobble down a mini roll and be my baby. Things have taken a weird turn in Groverville. This is Delta Green. My name is Dan Thompson. I will be your handler for this mission. Welcome to the Danger Files.
Hey. Your intros have definitely got weirder and creepier as the season's gone.
As the game is getting weirder and creepier.
Yeah. It's getting well weird.
Trying to match the game.
I mean, the last one was just straight up alien crystals and crabs. Like, come on, then we can deal with that. This one's weird.
I did not see the last episode coming at all. Yeah. That went a weird place. So you all decided to go and track down a well, first of all, an X-ray machine, and then it turned out an ultrasound.
X-ray machine. Ultrasound.
Yeah.
That was what happened there.
It's normally when combat goes badly that a group suddenly realizes that nobody remembered to take nobody played a doctor. In this case, you found a more novel way of discovering it.
Yeah, and also you kind of screwed up because I actually took some points in first aid.
You got a bit of first aid.
Because in Platt Air Force Base, when people got shot, we were pretty screwed because actually we did really have no medics. Like nobody knew anything at all. And so I was like, I'm ahead of you, Thompson. I'm putting on some first aid there. Useless.
Unfortunately, yes. You need to say first aid. Absolutely fine for kind of patching someone up in the moment, but for understanding medical charts or reading an ultrasound, you kind of need to be a bit more specialised than that. But we found out some strange things. Jane's got some weird markings on her from when she was when you got some of the protomatter detector on her. You've got a weird vet who is definitely American, and you've talked a lot about a guy called Scott. Who I think we got the feeling in the last episode that we were thinking Scott was somebody who he was.
We all got a bit confused.
We all thought he was dead.
I was a bit confused.
Actually, we've never heard of him.
I was like checking my notes and there was no Scott there. I just thought I must have.
Some guy we iced without Norman probably just.
I don't think I know anyone called Scott in the whole world.
Yeah. Who could know?
Scott. What kind of name is Scott?
I've never heard the name Scott.
Never.
James has just realised that I bought a couple of beers and I left them out in the hallway and someone's taken one.
Oh no!
Somebody has just taken one of my beers. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no!
Oh well, it is what it is.
Invoice James for it.
Yeah.
Where did you leave them on the low bit or the high bit?
I just left them on the high bit up there.
Oh, they shouldn't have taken the high bit because people leave stuff to go on the desk, but on the low bit. So I'm going to send an email to the house and be like, "Who stole your beer?"
It's all right
because it's Lucky Saint as well. It's quite expensive.
It's Lucky Saint. Yeah.
You should include a link to the hamster dance. See if they're they're into that.
That's nostalgic.
We're all about seeing our emails, sending our emails.
All these old emails.
Yeah. Love AOL, Yahoo was a big one, I think.
Do you remember those questionnaires we used to get?
Yeah.
Like, 30 questions about you, forward it to...
What kind of email are you?
And the thing is, it got darker because it's like, if you don't do this, then basically your knob's going to fall off and all your children will die and your mum's going to explode in a flame. And
it became a chain mail.
Better do it just in case.
It was horrible, though. I got really resentful. Like, by the end, it was just like, no, I'm sorry, that's just horrible.
Do you know what, though? Before emails, that used to happen. Like, you used to get a letter in the post and it would say, if you don't send this to 10 people, you get really bad luck and everyone will die.
Yeah.
So you'd literally handwrite 10 letters and send them off to 10 people.
Except probably identity theft. We didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it was.
But it was like, here's my mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
My grandmother's job.
Back then, I don't think they were collecting. Nowadays, if I see anything like that, I'm like, well, that's just
delete.
You say that. I got totally scammoed the other day. I got scammoed. I was tired. I was very tired. I'd taken the kids to the splash park. It was a really hot day. Holly had been in the office. My sister had come to help out because I don't drive and we need to drive around the place. But it was like the end of the day and a thing came up saying like, oh, hey, it's Premier Inn. We're doing a promotion. If you answer these survey questions, then we'll send you a couple of our lovely pillows. And I was like, man, I love those pillows so much. I want those pillows real bad. I was so tired. I was like,
Premier Inn
all right. And I answered. And like, none of the questions were like anything. Like, they weren't asking anything weird. You know, they were asking like stupid, if Premier Inn was a kind of animal, what kind of pet would it be? And like I was like, this is
and would
exactly
that be your first pet?
The kind of but that's the thing, it didn't go there. So I was like, yeah, this is fine. But then what it did do is ask for my card details so that because I had to pay for the delivery of the
of course.
But I was so lulled into a sense of like a false sense of security, going, it's just Premier Inn, it's pillows, of course it's real, and I did put my stuff in, even though there's no money in my account at all, but it accepted it, obviously. And I was like, they're going to send me pillows. I can't wait to get my pillows. Why would they send me pillows? Why was it only £2? Wait a minute. It's like, this is not affiliated in any way with Premier Inn. This email address was from some weird person. None of this is Premier Inn at all. What the fuck was I doing?
No.
Then I had to call the bank. And then I had to do a thing. Luckily, all it did was like enter me into like a scheme where they it's like, you're now part of this game, and we take £47.95 every 2 weeks.
Like Squid Game.
But maybe I don't know.
Wow.
Well, at least you realise.
But I realised, and it's like you can cancel it, and you can cancel it. But if you go to cancel it immediately, it goes, I'm sorry, we haven't processed it. You have to come back in 24 hours. And I was like, motherfucker, I set an alarm, and I came back in 24 hours, and I fucking cancelled it. I was like, fuck you, motherfuckers. Yeah.
So have they now taken on your debt? Is that what happens if you get scammed when you don't have money in your account?
I really hope that is what would happen.
I hope that, like, they don't. You open the door one day and there'll be a guy just with pillows strapped all over him, ready to be that duffy up, like, yo, bro, you cancelled on us. You cancelled on the pillows.
You don't want the pillows? Well, you're gonna get the pillows.
I've got 2 pillows right here for you. Poof,
flum, flum, flum. It's like, this is the softest beating I've ever had.
But at least also you didn't go to Holly like a little spring lamb, being like, I'm getting pillows, and she'd be like,
I know, I did say that.
Oh, really?
No. She was the one that pointed it out.
I thought it was ridiculous. You seem to make it like you'd put 2 and 2 together.
I know. I made it out like I'd worked it out, but of course I told my fucking wife, and she worked it out.
It's easily done, man.
Yeah, but I love that. It's like, why would they be sending pillows? Well, because pillows.
Because who wouldn't send pillows? They're a wonderful thing.
I mean, people always get 2 pillows sent to them.
Want pillows?
And
I really
pillows.
want pillows.
Pillows are quite expensive.
We need new pillows, but they're expensive.
She's a sharp one, is that Holly, isn't she? She'd be a better spy than any of us.
She certainly would. We call her Detective Inspector Holly Thompson round our ways. Yeah, nothing gets past her.
Do you want to hear about some really good spies before we dive into the episode? This is a nice little quick one. I wanted to talk a little bit. This isn't a particular spy story, and it's not one that goes badly actually, but I wanted to talk a little bit about the British spying in the Second World War and the origins of MI5 and MI6, because it's insanely interesting. You cannot overstate how good the British were at spying during the Second World War. It's something that we never went on to become good at afterwards, but during the Second World War itself, the British were just incredibly good at counterintelligence with the Germans. They came up with something called the double cross system. That was called the 20 Committee, XX. Double cross, and I like that. The double cross committee were in charge of counterintelligence. They were in charge of capturing or turning German spies throughout the Second World War. They were very successful at it. They were quite good. What percentage of German spies do you think were caught or turned by the end of the Second World War? Give us a number. How well do you think
say they're good at it?
Yeah, they were good.
35.
You think 35?
I mean, I was going to say something like 70%.
70? 60?
How do we know the full number of spies?
Well, that's a difficult one. You assume most of this has come out now because
every spy was like, I was a spy.
Because in the time since, Britain and Germany are now allies and have shared a lot of this, and a lot of this has become a historical record. As far as we know, by the end of the Second World War, there was not a single German spy in Britain who was not actively working for the British. Wow. They caught all of them.
Wow.
They got every single German spy. Part of this is because the Nazis are really bad at spying. But part of this is that the British are so good. And there's so many little... like Hitler is fucking terrible at espionage. There's a guy
keep shaking.
Yeah, there's a guy who comes out of the First World War. A guy called the Mad Major. I love the Mad Major. Drummond, do you know why he's called the Mad Major?
I have no idea.
Because he held the rank of Major.
And was he mad?
He was insane. He at some point, he was most famous for flying a plane under all of London's bridges, just for shits and gigs.
Wow.
And do you know who loves a guy who can fly a plane under a bridge?
Hitler.
Yeah. Hitler fucking loves a guy. So Hitler calls this guy after he sees him at a German air show. Hitler's like, I fucking love this guy. This guy's really cool. He's like, hey, do you want to come and be a spy for Germany? If we give you all this money, do you want to spy for the Nazis? And the Mad Manager's like, sure. Immediately goes to MI6. He's like, so Hitler just asked me to spy on you guys and gave me a load of money. And they're like, oh, well, I mean, take the money, but if you could just tell him the following things, that would be great. Went on for about 10 years and just giving... And this happened
amazing.
This happened just constantly. The biggest instance of it going really well was Operation Bodyguard. Operation Bodyguard is the operation that runs alongside D-Day, and it is the counterintelligence operation. It's designed to make the Nazis think that the actual D-Day landing will be at Calais and not at Normandy, so that they don't forward this. And they put a lot of work into trying to. It's a bit like if you've seen Operation Mincemeat, similar kind of thing. That's about Greece. But it's and Cyprus, but it's also about. But it's a similar kind of idea. They are incredibly successful. It's partly led by a guy called Juan Pablo Garcia. Or Agent Garbo is one who leads a whole network of spies feeding counterintelligence. It is so successful that Hitler is so convinced that the actual invasion is coming to Calais that when the D-Day landings happen in Normandy, he thinks it's a distraction and orders more forces to Calais to reinforce it, ready for the real invasion.
That's
2 months after D-Day, when the Allies are well into France, Hitler is still reinforcing Calais, waiting for the actual invasion to happen. Even though it's happened ages ago.
Wow.
Juan Manuel Garcia, for his help in this, is awarded the Iron Cross by the Nazis. And Agent Garbo is awarded an MBE by the King of England, making him the only person to receive the top honour by both sides in the Second World War.
Yeah.
That is
amazing.
It's
fucking brilliant. Isn't it great?
Yeah.
I want to talk about... I will come back to the British in the Second World War because I want to talk about Operation House Party and all sorts of fun things.
Operation House Party.
Where we got Iron Man.
Yeah, exactly what I was going to say.
I'm not sure. Did I say about the wooden airfield? It's very quick.
Yes.
We're going to move on.
Give us a quick wooden airfield.
Wooden airfield.
We know that we told this one.
Did we tell this one?
We told this one. But we'll do it. We're on 39 minutes, man.
Have we told this one?
I feel like we're adding time. Quickly tell us about the
wooden airfield. So the Germans spent a long time building an entire wooden airfield, very carefully, making it very detailed to fool the bombs. And the RAF knew exactly what was going on. And then when they finished it, they dropped a single wooden bomb on it.
It's amazing.
It's not a museum. It's all bombs.
Cheeky scams.
Can you imagine?
Sorry, that was very quick.
It was very quick. Yeah.
Well, let's find out if this operation bombs. Let's dive back in. Let's see what's going on with Jane Allen, and let's find out who Scott actually is, other than a person who's going to be really mad at us when this miniseries blows through 10 episodes and he has to wait to put on Danger Games.
Yeah.
Let's pick things up. So when we last were with you, you'd taken Jane Allen to the vet to get an ultrasound done on her, and as she was cleaning up using a towel that had been coated in the spray, the protomatter detection spray, it revealed that she has surgical scars on her abdomen and on her stomach. And when she sees this, she screams and just panics. She's like, "Oh my god! What is that? What is that?"
Do not panic. Okay? Everything's all right. We knew all about this. This is part of the reason that we're here.
You knew about this?
This is part of the reason. We just didn't want you to panic.
It's okay.
Okay, so relax.
It's a normal part of...
It happens in every pregnancy.
I don't know why you're all lying to this woman.
Because she's freaking out.
Yeah, but you don't freak... You tell the truth.
Hey, I haven't lied to her. I've said we knew that this was a possibility.
We had no fucking idea. What you talking about? I never talked about a lie.
Did you mainline a truth serum to me? Jesus Christ.
Let's not argue in front of.
Listen, Miss Allen. Everything's going to be all right. We're going to take you to a hospital.
Don't worry, this man had 6 children.
Miss Allen, why don't you tell us? Why don't you just focus on?
We're all talking over each other. Let's let people
one
speak.
child. Carry on.
Why don't you focus? Okay, look at me. Okay. And why don't you tell me about Scott? Just tell me about Scott.
Scott, he's this journalist from New York.
Yeah. Is he nice?
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's nice. He looked after me after this happened and the pregnancy went strange. Billy Ray disappeared. He was in town. He'd been in town before. He'd been in town a little while before Billy Ray ran away. Before all the murder started, and after things went stranger home, he offered to put me up. That's why he kept putting me up in his in the room he was using for storage at the motel. That's his second room there.
And where did he go?
He's staying at the motel. He said he was going to go and help. He was going to go find a doctor, but that was 2 days ago.
Okay.
Right.
What's he got in the other room? What?
Well, he's in the other. I was in the storeroom. It's just.
He was storing. Okay, he was storing you in its store. Okay.
So you're doing much better now. You calm down a little bit.
Don't tell him to calm down.
I pull her pull her top down to cover up her stomach.
Okay.
You pull her top down.
We get that. That's fine.
Yeah. To pull down.
Yes, we got it.
We're a fucking Leslie Nielsen movie.
You cover up her belly.
I cover up her belly.
Yeah.
She's not wearing.
It's not repossessed.
Okay, no. Right. You cover the belly up, and she just kind of comes. Is the baby okay?
The baby's fine. The baby's fine.
He was kicking.
Now, do you know what happened to Billy Ray?
Yeah.
Well, that's a real direction change.
Why are we going here, Norman?
No, I'm just asking.
Norman.
I know you're asking. Why are you asking? Why are you asking,
Norman?
He ran away.
He ran away, and I watched.
He ran away. Anyway,
the TV said he got arrested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And you haven't seen Scott?
Yeah, she's
for 2 days.
2 days.
Okay.
All right, but we're going to check on Scott. But first, we're going to take you to the hospital. Then we're going to go swing by because we're staying at the motel anyway. We'll check on Scott.
He's not there.
Well, we don't know that.
We can ask at the hospital to see if he came by looking for a doctor.
So, and what about this guy? He points at the vet.
I didn't hear anything.
Flake starts shaking his head.
Should we?
No,
What?
he knows nothing.
Loose end.
Listen,
He's a loose end.
You're going to
see the baby.
He's an illegal.
He's seen the goop.
Okay,
He's
he knows
gonna
if
go
he does
home.
anything,
He threats
he's
an
gonna
American.
get deported.
He deserves to die like an American.
All right. Thanks
Unsuspectingly.
for letting us use your X-ray machine.
ultrasound.
Ultrasound. Don't worry about your friend from Russia. It's okay. You can delete that email.
What friend from Russia? I don't know Russia.
Sorry, your friend from America.
Listen,
Texas.
if you ever tell anyone about this, you're going to get a bunch of people here and you're going to be deported in seconds. You understand?
Yes, I'll never say anything.
Yeah, you don't say anything. Now go home, have some apple pie, and chow down on some USA, all right?
He worriedly runs back to his car, unlocks his car, and drives back home.
With no pants on.
Still with
Just
no pants.
running down the street.
He's just left us in his...
No, he locks up. You're outside. He locks up.
all right,
Now that's a
let's
real
all-
American. Look at him.
Let's get to the hospital. Come on, Miss Allen. You'll be
We
fine.
drive
You
to
can
the
ride up
hospital.
front with me.
Okay, you drive. So the nearest hospital is about an hour's drive. You've got to. This is a nowhere town. Like you're going to get back on the interstate and drive. For a major hospital, you're probably going to need to drive a couple of hours back up to Knoxville. So you can. Okay.
Let's go.
You get in the car and you drive.
How? Because how many people in a car?
We've
We're
got
going to
two
drive in
cars.
convoy?
Cars.
You got two
We're
cars.
both going to go. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's she going to go in with? Us or
She's
you?
riding up with me. Yeah.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I've already said you can ride up front with me.
Oh, but shouldn't one car go and check for Scott?
Yeah.
Do we want to split the party?
Well, I tell you what we could do, if you're just going to drop her off.
Bearing in mind, we can just go there, do the thing, and then
if you're just going to drop her off.
Amazing the way we can just cut to the.
Let's go and wait at the diner.
We have to do a whole 2 hour.
No, let's go. I tell you what we'll do. Wait.
Let's have no conversations.
You take her to the hospital. In the meantime, we're going to go and stock up on packaged goods.
No, let's all go together.
No, because we can literally do this at the same time.
This is why we can't just go there.
I'm literally just saying, Colin, we can do this at the same time. Go.
We go get.
I see what you mean.
We go back and get some packaged goods.
While filling up on gas on the way, you've buy up as many kind of packaged sandwiches and Twinkies and gas station food.
Iced tea.
Yeah.
Some lovely iced tea that's got
You
sugar
just
in
fill the trunk of the car. Go to fill the trunk of your one car, realise there's a gun and a laptop in there. Fill the other trunk. And then you drive Jane. Jane is really hungry. Like Jane eats
give her some food.
Yeah, Jane eats like 3 people's worth of food. She will just keep eating the more you give to her. She seems like has no end to her appetite.
In the other car, I'm just going to quickly say,
I spy with my little eye.
That proton stuff makes you real hungry, but I'm not that hungry. It's weird.
Where did you get the proton stuff? Makes you hungry.
I know
the other guy was thirsty.
Because the other guy's the other guy's like thirsty.
The other guy was thirsty.
Yeah,
she's
not hungry.
really hungry.
Yeah, because she's pregnant.
Am I still thirsty?
You are, yeah. You've finished like your second like big Gatorade, and you're still pretty thirsty.
I'm still thirsty.
Shit.
Are we thirsty?
Although you're not particularly hungry, like you've got almost no appetite.
Okay.
Surprisingly little, but you are very thirsty. The others pretty much normal. So you drive 2 hours.
A big bug that just splattered on the windscreen. They grow big out this way.
You drive the 2 hours to Knoxville Knoxville General Hospital, and you take Jane to the emergency room and admit her. What are you saying? Like,
while they're going up to the reception, I'm going to go into a bathroom cubicle.
Okay.
With this bottle of spray.
Yeah.
I'm going to take off all of my clothes.
Okay.
And I'm going to spray myself all over.
All right.
Then I'm going to open the cubicle and walk out into the bathroom naked and look in the mirror.
We bring you love.
Let's do the Jane drop off first. What do you tell the hospital?
Good evening, ma'am. Sorry, you want to talk?
Yeah. No, that's fine.
I could. Well, okay.
Do you want to talk?
Yeah, I'll talk.
All right, you talk.
Okay, this young lady, she's in quite a delicate condition. Can you place her in a private room, please? And someone from a law enforcement bureau will be here shortly. She's not under suspicion, but she might be in danger. Thanks.
Sure.
With the FBI.
With the FBI. Yeah, well, we've shown her that we're from the FBI. Once it's done, I want to go and call.
Just need to get your insurance details.
Sure, Norman.
We're the FBI.
Yeah,
we're the FBI.
Charge it to Uncle Sam.
I think you can see us.
Is an agent staying with her?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I'll be staying with her.
All 4 of us will be there.
I'm just gonna. Well, basically, I want to go and call Delta Green. If we got a number,
you don't have.
We don't have a fucking number.
You've got.
Can
no
the FBI? Can we contact the FBI?
You can call the FBI. It's like it's now 1 in the morning.
To look, just keep an eye on this woman, because we can't be here the whole time looking after her.
They gotta come for 2 hours. They gotta drive out here.
No, we got agents all over.
It's called the FBI. Like it's literally across America.
Good question.
One of us needs to stay here with her.
No, if we got an agent outside the door,
I thought we were gonna get her.
We can come back here. We can come back.
We just got her scanned.
No, we know by a doctor. That was the whole reason we came all the way over here.
We need a doctor we can trust.
She needs to be in a hospital in case.
Who's your most American
doctor? This baby wants to come out.
Yeah, but we didn't know what it. We assumed that it was normal, but we need.
Exactly. That's why someone needs to stay here.
You're right. Excuse me, ma'am. Who's your most American doctor?
Oh my god.
That would be Dr. Eagle.
Please tell me it's Sam the Eagle from the Muppets.
Exactly
Paging Dr. Eagle.
Yes.
Paging Dr. Eagle.
Dr. Eagle here.
Dr. Eagle, I've heard you're American.
I am, son.
Yeah, good to meet you.
American as apple pie.
Let me feel that handshake. Oh, yeah, that's American. Listen, we're from the FBI. We got a woman here that you need to scan.
She's heavily pregnant, and we just want to check the baby's okay.
Sure, we can take care of that.
All right, let's do it.
Some kind of problem here?
We just want to
if
get
you
her
could
checked
keep
out.
an eye on her,
She's experiencing
that
a
would be
pretty fast term. She's ready to pop, Doc.
Sure. Well, okay, so they admit. What are you asking the hospital to do? I'm unclear about what you're trying to get.
So
We want to get a doctor's opinion about how long they think this woman's been pregnant. What are their vital signs like?
Okay.
And
basically, if it looks normal on the scans,
also sonogram.
Also, I did think,
Sonogram.
obviously, from a long-term perspective, she's probably going to be due pretty soon, and she needs to be here for that.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
can't just leave her in a motel room to,
Okay.
pop a sprog. So she's got to be here.
pop a sprog.
Pop a sprog.
That's proper. I love that.
Well, I can be English.
Very
British, I love
very
it.
British,
It's
very
very
British. And then I
Not
go,
there though, so I can't.
Nope, no, I'm afraid not. You are in the bathroom. You have just stepped out of a bathroom cubicle.
go like Tinky Winky, mate.
completely naked, covered in your spray. You look at yourself in the mirror, and you can see a network of glowing purple scars over your abdomen and stomach, all over you, as if you've been heavily operated on. Exactly the same. Roll fucking sanity.
Oh,
Shit.
he's pregnant
Yeah.
with a baby from outer space.
He's going to have a baby.
They impregnated me.
Quite good. 29.
At 29, you hold
well under my,
your nerve.
16.
I guess because you were sort of expecting
I've had worse.
You still lose 1 point of sanity. This is from the unnatural, so there's no adapting to this. That's just the sort of the shocking realization of this.
Put my clothes back on.
There's a flush in the cubicle next to you as you're standing there, and the door starts to open. You step back into things, shut the door. A guy comes out, looks around, and then goes out, then leaves. You put your clothes back on and you head back out. Dr. Eagle has just agreed to take the woman in and run some tests.
Could you phone us on this number if you find anything?
Or send us a page.
Yeah.
Or if she, goes into labor or anything, you let us know.
Of course.
Just an email.
No, call us.
Oh, call. I thought, okay.
Yeah.
Never could get on that email. Feels un-American.
Yeah, right, isn't it? It's going to slow everything down.
This guy. I'm just going to call the office.
He offers to call you. Okay, and you all get back in the car.
I'm gonna ask the receptionist.
Just leave Pete.
Has there been somebody named Scott asking for someone here? Looking for a doctor recently.
Scott?
The last 2 days, Scott, a journalist of some description.
Not that I know.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Adam just calls the office.
Okay, you call the thing. You get the night answering service. FBI
Yeah.
Knoxville.
Hi, I'm going to need an agent. This is Agent Green from Michigan. I need an agent here at the hospital in Tennessee, in Knoxville.
They take the details.
Thank
and they dispatch an agent, or they dispatch local law enforcement to keep an eye
Great.
on the door. To keep an eye on her. You get back in the car. How's Pete looking when everyone finds him again? Like, how's Pete feeling?
Grave.
Pete looks serious when you get back to the car.
Is he all purple?
No, he's put his clothes back on again.
Okay.
Even more serious than he usually does.
Yeah.
Mountain of cigarettes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you're planning on just leaving Jane here, are you?
We got local law enforcement, and there's an agent on the way.
Every other person we found with this thing has gone mad and killed everyone nearby. And you're leaving her in a hospital. Is this the plan?
They've heavily sedated her, haven't
So, can I take it you're volunteering to stay?
Okay, I just went into the bathroom, and I'm also covered in incisions. So whatever the fuck was wrong with her is also wrong with me.
What?
I don't think I'm the best. You heard me. I'm not going to repeat myself, Lonnie. Just for drama's sake.
But I like drama. Okay, fine. I heard
Whoever
you.
did this operation is back in that fucking town.
So maybe we need to check.
Yeah, we need to go
Tully
back and find
ourselves.
who did this to put an end to it.
Tully opens his shirt and sprays his stomach.
You spray your stomach. Stand in the parking lot. Stomach looks fine. It doesn't burn.
Ooh! Oh! Oh, I'm so worried there.
When exactly were you thinking that they had done an operation on you? Huh?
Oh, I just saw Pete, and I was like, oh no, that can't have happened to me, because I'd be dead. And then
I was kidnapped, Tully. Remember the whole time when I was not conscious?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Disappeared in that barn.
Listen, I know this is mad, but we haven't had any sleep. We probably need to get some rest before we continue anything.
I mean, we need to find out who is putting weird stuff inside people.
Yeah, of course, but we
and
do
we need to find
rest.
out why.
But we do need to sleep.
we need.
Sleep
does that
on a
mean-
ticking time bomb?
Are you
here.
pregnant, Pete? You gonna have a baby?
Pregnant flake. I'm like the other men. The men that has happened to.
Oh,
when I'm
really?
killing
Pete,
people.
don't
You
worry.
remember.
We're gonna save you. Don't worry.
I have the confidence I have in you lot is beyond par.
If you get a little bit of shut eye, you're going to feel a lot better.
Shut eye is what you're suggesting. I should get.
Yeah.
I've been cut open like a fucking fillet, and you're saying I should go home and get some shut eye.
Well, listen, if you're going to be grumpy about it, then I suggest you do get some sleep. I can recommend some tea for that.
What are we gonna do about Jane? We just had a ticking time bomb in a hospital.
She's got a couple of weeks.
All right. I'll stay here.
No, we can't
What? No.
split the party.
We're not splitting the party for a week. It's a very noble thing, but
We can come back tomorrow night.
come on, let's go.
We need to
Fine.
sort this stuff
Pete,
out.
we
in
need
the,
to do this
in
for
the-
Pete. Pete's right here. Pete.
Let's check into a motel around the corner.
Out of character,
Get some
briefly.
Yeah.
Berenger knows all about the shit that's going down.
Derringer's a
Derringer
DG. He's a DG friendly, yeah. So he knows. He knows
You can
what's
contact
up.
Derringer.
Yeah, you can contact Derringer. It's the middle of the night, so this is why you can't. Like, he's not in the office
That's
right
what I'm
now.
saying,
But
yeah.
but yeah, theoretically you can.
And where
you
is
can
that?
call-
That office is in.
That's in Knoxville.
It's in
so
Knoxville.
it's in the town. Yeah. So he's based in the FBI office is in Knoxville. So
Yeah.
she's now in the same place that they are.
Okay.
So presumably there is a DG presence here somewhere. This is where you met Ms. Green.
Yeah.
So
We need to
let's
get
get
in
a
touch
motel.
with Derringer and get Derringer to take Jane off the hospital's hands, in case she goes.
Okay, so
Okay.
we go back to Knoxville. We phone Derringer in
We're
the
in
morning.
Knoxville, Tully.
Oh,
This is Knoxville.
We are in Knoxville.
Look, Knoxville General Hospital. It's written in front of your fucking face.
what I'm saying is we don't go back to the town. We stay here tonight.
yeah, we stay here in
Stay here
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we find the nearest motel.
All right, you check into a hotel, a motel just outside Knoxville. You spend the night. You call the FBI office in the morning, and you get through to Derringer. Who makes the call?
Can we just go
Pete.
there?
Peter.
You could
We're
go
in
there if you
Knoxville.
want.
Can we just
yeah,
drive
yeah.
to-
You drive to the FBI office.
It's 9 a.m.
Yeah, you
Then
drop by.
more than one of
you're
us
shown
talks
upstairs.
to him.
Derringer's in his office. He come as you arrive. Do you call ahead to let him know you're arriving, or
Yeah, well,
No, I think we just turn
No,
up.
we're just going to turn out when the office opens. 8:45 a.m. We've all had a boiled egg.
I like the way the two FBI agents like, nah, just turn up. That's the FBI
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
you as you walk on, as you stand outside, you see Derringer coming up. He's got a coffee and a cigarette. As he sees you standing outside there, he immediately looks worried. He immediately just throws the cigarette down and just nods to the side and walks over to
can I?
to the kind of a bit where it overlooks the lake, and just sits down in the on the chair.
Whilst they go over, I'm going to pick up the cigarette
Yeah.
and spray a little bit on the cigarette.
No sign of anything.
Okay, cool. Cool.
You go and sit. He as you come over, he's like, "The hell are you doing here?"
Two things, Derringer. One, there's a woman in the hospital to pick up and put her in solitary. She's heavily pregnant and she's been operated on by agents unknown. Two, and I rip open my shirt and I spray on my own stomach.
Jesus Christ.
Exactly. Nice stigmata, don't you think?
The woman, she's been operated on the same?
Yeah.
She's pregnant. She got pregnant. She's ready to pop, and she's only been pregnant for 3 weeks.
And you took her to a public hospital.
Yeah,
She's been heavily guarded.
Well,
Have they run any tests on her?
Not yet, no.
Only basic stuff, just to see if the baby's
Just a sonogram.
inconsequential.
Did you secure the reports that they made out of that?
No, we did not.
So they're in the public record now.
We got a killer?
What the hell do you think we are? What has happened to you, Green?
Look, hey, I got a bone to pick with you, okay? I mean, you set us up with these guys.
God,
these guys aren't FBI.
Yeah, what the
saying
fuck is that?
Hey.
You're such a tattletale.
What?
No one likes
we
a tattletale.
are
We
FBI.
are the FBI.
We are FBI.
I wink
the
frantically.
FBI.
I wink frantically.
A duck is like, hey, you don't have to worry about me.
Look, regardless of that, all she's getting is basic scans. That's all we asked the doctor to do.
The public records will just show a healthy baby. That's what's inside her.
Yeah, they don't know how long she's been pregnant. They don't know anything like that.
I'm glad to know that you're all experts in pregnancy.
Well, you know what?
Hey,
we're not,
Pete's
okay?
had 6
Which
kids.
is why we need some help, okay? We've come up against some stuff that we were not expecting.
I have a daughter.
What is her name? Not your daughter, the woman. I know your daughter. I was at
Jane Allen.
Jane Allen. She's at the General Hospital.
And there's an agent that's been... The agency said they were going to send someone over.
Leave it with me.
Got it.
We'll contain. Your mission is to evaluate and contain.
Well, it seems like Jaeger is containing everything right now. Everything you need. Right inside him. What are you going to do about that?
Oh, what do you want? What do you want me to do? You want me to bring Agent Jaeger in and cut him open and see what's going on the inside?
I don't know.
You want me to have his guts strung across so we can poke and prod them?
What do you know
this
about
ain't a-
this?
This ain't a Jack the Ripper case.
You could
We're
do
asking
that.
for your help.
To be honest, you could do that with the guy that we literally shot. His head got blown off. He was probably operated on, and so was probably Spivey.
Spivey was definitely operated on.
Yeah.
So have you looked at their bodies?
There was the man that kidnapped. Did you call into the FBI about the kidnapping? No, you haven't told him anything about.
I haven't told him shit.
Like, what guy did you shot?
Oh
shit.
No.
You
What?
said you shot a man and blew his head open.
No.
He shot himself.
He shot himself.
Well, who shot himself?
What was his name?
His name is Hank John.
Hank John.
Hank John.
That doesn't mean anything
Kidnapped
to me.
me in a barn. I woke up. He shot himself. He obviously has the same thing wrong with him that I have. Wrong with me, except I'm not
thirsty.
hungry. Everyone else was hungry. I'm just thirsty.
Where's the body?
With the
local
state, with
police
this
have it.
locals.
You handed it over to local law enforcement?
Hey, they don't know nothing.
You better hope they don't know nothing.
Well, you want us to go kill them as well?
Your job is to contain this. There are bigger threats here than a simple. You wouldn't have been brought in if it was just a simple case of some boy killing his father. There is something going on in that town. It is your job to find out what it is and to contain that threat.
Yes, the
not
entire
to bring
food
it back to
supply is being
Knoxville.
contaminated by some sort of disease.
It's in the water.
I wouldn't be
Proton
surprised if
matter.
there's
In
a
the
population of
water.
this thing going on.
Proton matter.
You have authority. You have jurisdiction. What do you think? If you think the water is contaminated, what do you want to do about it?
Shut off the water supply?
You can't shut off the water supply to a whole town.
Yeah.
Well, we can investigate where the water is coming from.
Well, yeah, we should travel up, see where it's going from, go to the reservoirs, go to local
reservoirs.
water storage.
Catch some crabs.
Oh,
The
yeah, we could get
the
some
doctors
sweet,
just came up
sweet
with this
crab.
spray to get the protomatter. Have they any ideas on how this can be maybe stabilized or maintained or dealt with in any way, in anything at all? I mean, you've had Spivey now for days.
Spivey seems stable. It's whatever this is. It's not escalating. It's not deteriorating. It's whatever the substance is. It's more than we understand. We're doing our best. He pauses for a minute as the realization of what maybe you're dealing with sort of sinks in with him. He's like, look, we are doing our best to understand what this situation is. I need you at your best on the ground solving what this is. I know that you feel compassionate for the people. I can understand that, especially given your situation. But what is happening here could be bigger than the life of one person. It could be bigger than the life of one woman, even of a whole team. If what is there is a danger to the entire United States, then we need to know, and we need to know how to stop it. Now, can I trust you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Of course you can.
I'll have a friendly extract Jane Allen from the hospital. We'll get her somewhere secure. Get back to Groverville. Find out what is causing this and stop it.
Right.
Have a good day.
How long was Spivey infected for? Till he went bananas?
We don't know.
We don't know that. Look, can we just get back? Why are we?
Well,
let's
I just
go.
wanna-
I walk out of the room.
I think I presume we're talking and walking. Sort of like
Darren just like, coffee's cold now. And then goes inside to do business. You go back, you get in your cars, and you drive back to Groverville. Where do you head when you get back to town?
Is there a water reclamation facility?
There's a reservoir. There's a reservoir which is near the Hank John's homestead.
Reservoir crabs.
That's it's where the crabs come from.
Oh my god! We knew all along.
Yeah.
We accidentally came upon it.
So you stop by the reservoir at the time. As you pull up, there are a bunch of teenagers sitting around outside it. Sitting around like there's some cans of beer and things around. You can see some smoke in the air around them. As you see them scramble and run for like they've got little motocross bikes. And you see them run for their bikes.
Yeah, get out of here!
Hey, no, Norman. Hey, kids. Hey.
One of them is the kid that Norman had tried to break the fingers off when he first
God's
arrived
sake,
in
you're
town. They're like, what? We ain't done nothing.
I know.
We ain't
Listen,
done nothing.
hey. You spend a lot of time up here.
Yeah, what?
You ever see anyone, any trucks, any vans, anyone suspicious?
Anyone suspicious?
Anyone dumping anything into the reservoir?
No one comes up here. That's why we come up here.
All right.
You can't arrest us.
Get on your fucking bike, kid. What are you? What is this? You want to start something here?
Like they all smell of pot. There's like, they go, oh, okay, man. Okay, look, I'm not trying to
Get out of here!
Oh God!
Put your gun away.
Sorry.
You point a gun at the kids and they pile on their bikes and ride
Now,
off.
I've got a little note that says reservoir,
Yeah,
and it says council chambers.
yeah. The council chambers is another location.
And is the council chambers? It's not affiliated with the reservoir, or is it just part of?
I mean, it's the council chambers is like the town hall. That's down in the town. The reservoir is up in the hills on the way into town.
Now, where would we go to like? I'm just wondering, would the council chambers be a part where there'd be an office in there that controls the water supply? Do you see what I mean?
The council chambers, that's where the mayor's off. That's where the council of aldermen who run the town are. That's like where all the kind of administration and stuff would be.
I'm just trying to think, because at the reservoir itself, we might not be able to see that much. But we might be able to go to the business side of things and see what's going on there. However, can we do some investigation around the reservoir and see if there's anything amiss?
Spray the water.
Yeah, spray the water.
Yeah.
Spray the water. The reservoir turns bright purple when you spray it.
Yeah.
The whole reservoir is contaminated, which explains how it's in the food system.
But there's nothing that would show us where it came from.
There's no obvious sign that it's come from anywhere. There's no there's no tanks. There's no whatever seems to have dropped it off.
Like if we sort of spray around the reservoir, is there like a trail of?
Is it like a spring? I mean, where's the water coming from? Is it coming from the hills, down rivers, or?
It comes from it comes from the hills, and there is a point if you go kind of climb up the hill and find the source of it, find the spring. After a while of spraying it, the spring seems clean. It seems like someone is contaminating the reservoir, not the source.
Yeah. Or something.
Maybe something in the reservoir.
Maybe there's something down there.
Yeah.
What do we want to do? Get some scuba suits and swim around?
Could take ages.
I mean, we might want to get some dedicated people that can do that. Better than we
gotta contain.
Anyway, we should. I think we should go to the mayor's office and say that the reservoir is contaminated.
They gotta stop pumping water.
They gotta stop it.
They gotta ship in bottles.
Bring in bottled water.
We literally got told we gotta contain it.
That's exactly what we're gonna do.
You're gonna go and tell the mayor of the town that the water's contaminated.
We need to stop the water.
I think we should go. I think we should tell the FBI. We should go above. Get them involved. If we go straight to the mayor, he's going to be like, "No, I'm not shutting down the water."
We are the FBI. We can
exactly. We need to get them to come in, just like shut it down, but proper like.
But what we need to do is we need to say we don't have to tell them that it's contaminated with what we know it's contaminated with. We can just say that it's contaminated with a toxic substance.
Well, also, if we tell the people that it's contaminated, we're going to tip to the people who did this that we know. We're going to give away our advantage. The moment they probably don't know we know.
Well, maybe they'll react and we actually see where they are.
Yeah, but they could react.
We've got nothing.
It could be go.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
Maybe you're the key, Pete. We'll work out where they took you, where they could have taken you.
Got a good
was
plan.
The barn.
Could we
go back and check that?
That's
barn.
a good plan. Should we flush them out somehow? How can we flush these guys out?
We should check the barn.
Could we
bring, is there any way? Can we work out how to turn off the water supply from here? Is there a place around here like that we can turn it off?
Not anywhere that you can see, obviously.
Okay. That would be in the plant, wouldn't it? Where it goes through
if we
and
went
pumped
back to the barn, because the thing we didn't have was Pete there to show us exactly where he got taken, so we didn't find anything when we were there. So maybe we could go back.
We could go there.
I just blacked out.
Yeah,
but how can we?
Walking in and then it went.
How can we flush these people out? Like, what is there some sort of thing that we could do to make them come and see?
I mean, I think what we just suggested, which is go and tell them,
confront the council,
go and confront them, and see if anyone squirms.
Yeah, it's a good shout.
How deep is the reservoir, Dan?
You can't really see. It's like you kind of get a stick, and I don't know if you wade into it, but like it gets deep pretty quick. So it seems like it's pretty.
Can you see the bomb? Is it clear?
Reservoirs are pretty deep.
Reservoirs are deep. Yeah.
Huge.
It's meant to store water for the whole town during the summer. It's a deep reservoir. So what have we got?
I'm gonna ring. Can I ring Derringer?
Yeah, you call Derringer. Derringer picks up.
Derringer, do you have at hand a team of scuba experts that could investigate the reservoir here?
Sure, we can arrange that.
Okay, if you could have a look inside, we think there may be something in there. We're not sure. We're investigating leads.
Well,
keep us updated.
We'll send a team down.
Make sure they don't get contaminated.
Yeah.
Do you think is the town a threat? Do you need to instigate a quarantine?
Yes.
Yes, instigate a quarantine.
I'll call the CDC. We'll shut the town down.
Okay.
Once the CDC arrive there, they will have authority over the town. They outrank the FBI on a matter like this. You'll need to take the lead from them. If you be on your best behavior, they might let you continue your investigations.
That sounds good to us.
We'll see what we can do about that.
But we need to make sure that no one gets in or out, because whoever did this, they're here. We're going to flush them out. We're going to find these sons of bitches.
I'll call them. They should be there later today.
Okay.
They'll react fast to something like this. All right. Good work so far.
Right, let's get to the council.
Keep at it.
Stay in the games. Stay in the game. Why are we going to the council? Why are we going to the council?
Well, we're going to tell them we're shutting the water down.
We're going to see if anyone squirms.
The CDC's like going to be here in a couple of hours. They're going to find out from them anyway.
That's what we're just waiting for the CDC to come and do that.
But we get to see.
We get to see.
We need to carry on our investigation. Otherwise, the CDC might shut us down before we get a chance. Let's go and let's do it.
All right.
So we've got the information.
The council could be part of this.
And also, someone might flinch.
This is a big operation.
We do. Keep your eyes open, boys.
So
if anyone flinches or sweats or anything, pick it up.
Shoot them.
So you head to the town hall to find...
How am I feeling at the moment?
Fine. Worried. Thirsty. Not hungry. And in fact, when you kind of pat yourself, you feel like you've put on a bit of weight from eating all that crap. Like, you only had one meal's worth, but you can definitely feel like a little, which is because you're a thin guy normally, but yeah, you can just feel like you put on, it's instantly gone on as weight rather than that. You also clock that you haven't defecated since yesterday at all and haven't wanted to. You've peed a lot, but for whatever reason.
I've had days like that.
You too much crab, I'll have.
Too much crab.
Too much reservoir crab. All right, so you head to the the town hall. When you get there, you're met by a smartly dressed, blonde-haired woman, middle-aged. She's like, "Well, good afternoon. Welcome to the town hall. What can I do for you?"
We need to speak to the mayor.
Well, we don't have a mayor in the town. We got the Council of Aldermen.
All right, we'd like to speak to them with the FBI, ma'am.
Oh, well.
What's your name?
My name's Sandy Dukes. I'm spokesperson for the alderman.
Okay, this is an urgent matter. If you can call the alderman and whoever
take us
is
to them wherever they are
in the town, please.
Well, sure. I'm sure we can arrange. I'm sure we can arrange that.
Okay.
It'll take a little while. If you can come back in an hour or so.
No.
This needs to happen now. Can you call everyone, interrupt whatever's going on, and some coffee would be welcome.
Sure. I'll.
No, wait. Who'd have the coffee?
Some bottled water would be welcome.
She nods to that. Sure. Well, let me see who I can find. Who's available.
Also, do you have access to the internet? I just need to check my laptop.
You goddamn stop it with. No, we don't need the internet, ma'am.
If only they invented something where you don't have to plug the laptop in every time you need to check the internet.
I'm telling you, it's a goddamn scam.
What?
You and your fucking Microsoft Flight.
No, I was checking the email.
Yeah, bullshit.
You gotta check the email from,
you know what he's checking.
From Darren.
You know what he's checking, Pete.
From Darren Greek.
I checked the emails.
Sandy is off doing.
Yeah, Sandy has gone. Sandy has gone off.
Cool.
There is an email in your inbox from. It just looks like a spam account, it's like a buy magicpills.com. The text of the email says country bunker payphone 3 p.m.
Okay, we got a phone call to make. 3 p.m. What time is it now?
It's about. You drove back from Knoxville this morning, so it's probably about 12.
Okay, in a couple of hours, they're going to ring this payphone by the bunker.
Right, well, hopefully we will have more information by that point.
So you after a moment, Sandy comes back, and he says, says Alderman Callahan is available. He's happy to speak to you in his office. She takes you down the hall. Brings you some bottled water. Takes you down the hall and knocks on the door. And there's a door that says Callahan in it. Opens the door. There is a large gentleman with a kind of shortish beard, receding hairline, wearing a suit. He stands up as you come in and offers you a big hand. Says, "Welcome. My name's Merle Callahan. I'm on the Council of Aldermen. I understand you gentlemen are from the FBI."
Yes, that is correct.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
I'm Agent Green.
Lonnie, Oregon.
Pipkin.
Tully.
Jaeger.
And what
together
exactly?
We are the FBIettes.
Mr. Callahan, I'm afraid we got some bad news.
Bad news, you say? What's the news?
Well, in about 30 minutes' time, this whole town is going to be quarantined.
Quarantine?
There's some trouble with the water, sir.
The water is quarantined.
What's wrong with the water?
There's something that's, we're not too sure, but it's toxic. We need to get the word out to every man, woman, and child in this town to not drink water. And that needs to be shut off pretty immediately. Bottled water.
Can you tell us where we could do that?
I can send word to the plant immediately. Of course, we'll...
Excellent.
Where is the plant?
It's on the way. It's about halfway between here and the reservoir. We'll have it shut down. Is there anything? What on earth has happened?
We're not sure as of yet, but everything is under control.
I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Shoot him in the head.
Bam!
I want to give him the bottle of water because I want to spray it to see if he's like infected.
Okay, talk me through how you want to do this.
So I want to go. Do you want to have some water? You seem a bit stressed. You can have some water if you want.
He takes the bottle from me. He says, "Thanks. I'm not really thirsty right now."
Go on,
he puts it down. He puts it down on the desk.
Well, actually, I'm pretty thirsty now, and I pick it out from the top of the. I basically handed it to him from the lid.
Yeah.
On top, and then I pick it up from the lid.
Okay.
Because if I've got it, then I'm going to see it's on the top, whereas
Okay.
I want to see it's on the. Although she took it, the woman. Anyway, I take it back.
Okay.
And then I secretly spray
You
it.
spray it. It comes up purple.
I mean, it could mean that the woman that gave it to us was infected, or he's.
Totally does it.
Talk about infection in front of this person.
Well, I just spray him.
I think it's safe to assume that most people are infected.
Alderman,
Literally everyone in this town.
I just got off the phone with. I just got off the phone with the pumping station. They're going to shut down the flow from the reservoir.
Excellent.
And who else has access to the water supply?
Well, it's an open reservoir. Anybody could.
But I mean, who might go up to the reservoir? What kind of companies do you have? Do you have any files? Do you have anything you can show us?
What do you mean? It's a reservoir. We pump water in. People drink it.
And no one's in charge of that.
Well, the town is the pumping station is in charge of it. The town is in charge of it. But
who's in charge of the pumping station?
It's run by the city. I'm sure I could find you a.
Who's the manager?
The manager of the
pumping station is the problem, considering the infection is in the reservoir, which is before the pumping station.
Now listen, there's a lot of talk about infection here. That doesn't mean that everyone is infected, but there's a chance that people are infected with something. As I say, everything is under control. The CDC will be here to quarantine the town. Now we don't want panic. You need to get the word out that nobody is to drink the water that comes through the faucets.
Of course.
They need to just
anything you think, Agent. Anything you think. We'll do whatever you think is best for the town.
But we need to make sure that nobody panics. Widespread panic cannot explode in this town.
Of course.
Yeah, no.
Local law enforcement need to be out there making sure that people do not panic.
Of course. Well, I should get to it at once, Agent.
Who are you going to tell about this? Who are you going to mention this to? Now?
I'll need to talk to the rest of the council, and then we'll prepare. You say that the CDC are on their way. We'll make sure that when they arrive, we'll hand over anything that's needed for it.
When is the council available? When can we get them all in a room?
The council's very, very busy at the moment. Especially with dealing with this, I don't think I'll be able to get any time for you. But I promise I will pass on all of your information.
Excellent. Is there any chance we could meet the council in possibly some sort of formal setting?
Yes, of course. I will. I'll definitely pass that on, and we'll see if we can find a time for you.
Let's
see if we can. Let's
get a human
check
on
him.
get
a human. Give me a human.
Yeah,
because I want to see if he's doing the politician thing.
Be very nice, isn't it?
63. No, that's definitely not.
I'm going to try a bit of that as well.
Yeah.
That was me trying it and it failed. 10%.
Son of a monkey.
Mine is under.
This guy is trying to get you out of the room. This guy's in a rush to get away from all of you. And actually, when you look at him, you see he's sweating. He's like, "Well, thank you for your time, all of you. I'm sure that everything will be fine. I'll speak to the council, and we'll prepare for."
As the others walk towards the door, sorry to interrupt you, Dan.
No, go for it.
As the others walk towards the door, Adam just turns around and says, I'm sorry. I need you to call everyone into this office, and I need you to do it right now.
Agent, they're very, very busy. I couldn't possibly do that.
Now.
Adam, do you think this guy is up to something?
Look at this guy. He's sweating all over. He's trying to get rid of us.
I got nothing to hide.
You're a goddamn alien! He grabs him around the throat.
Lonnie,
Open up your skin!
Lonnie.
Let me see the color of your blood, you motherfucker!
Grab him around the skin. As you grip hard around his neck, you feel his neck start to give and become soft. And as you do, his entire body just sloughs through his suit like slime, just slops onto the floor and slithers through a grate out of there. Everybody, roll sanity.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I was going to try to get him in a room we could all have dinner together so he doesn't eat, but fucking hell.
I just rolled 55 on a 56 sanity. Oh my God. Just kept that
So I need
together.
lose 1 if I
So
don't.
one.
So it's
30.
Jesus.
44 on a 42.
A 44 and a 42. So, right. So anyone who passed, lose 1 sanity.
Yep.
Anyone who failed, lose 1 d8 sanity.
Oh, man.
Wow. I'm very calm today, seemingly. I keep winning those sanity checks, even
Me
though
too.
I've got stitches
I lost
in my
7
stomach.
sanity. That makes sense.
Yeah. You suddenly are just like, that means you go through a temporary break, which means Lonnie is going to
sense, the other one
snap
who was-
as the slime just flies around your feet
He kind of already did.
through
A little bit, yeah. Feel that
through a
coming.
grate and from somewhere in the from somewhere else
In
in
fact,
the
I've gone past my breaking point.
Oh, it's going to be a big one. Lonnie looks wide-eyed as somewhere in the town hall you feel a creaking and the walls start to shake, and that is where we're going to leave it for tonight.
Boy.
Things just got weird.